Michelle, back here for yoga video 4, which is exactly what I said the last time. It was an error on my part. That was yoga video 3. This is 4. No equipment necessary for today. Just make sure that you have a mat. Although mine is horizontal, please place yours vertically so that you can see me better. Your feet will be closest to your video device and your head furthest away. And we're going to start laying on our backs, palms facing up. So please go ahead and find that position. I'm going down on the floor too. And we want every muscle relaxed today. We're focusing on breath, and a lot of that is because, you know, if we use our breath well, it's very relaxing and soothing, creating some calmness and lack of anxiety, hopefully. That's pretty important these days. So please focus on the breathing part of your practice today as much as possible. I'll give you lots of breath cues. If you don't have bare feet yet, make sure that when you stand up, you do, okay? All right. Palms turned up. Wiggle your shoulder blades together a little bit. Let the shoulders drop down. Begin that breath, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Eyes are softly closed so that you can turn all your thoughts inward. And I'm going to start counting the breath just to make it a little bit easier for you to find your rhythm today. So let's release all the air out of our body to get started. And getting ready now to inhale through the nose. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for a moment. And now exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold for a moment and we'll begin again. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom of your breath. Here we go again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continue on your own. As you inhale, you've got a nice big 4 count, so you should have lots of space to make that nice big inhale and feel your belly rise with your chest, and then exhale, you feel everything collapsing towards your spine. And especially on your exhales, you want to feel your whole body just sink into the floor and really relax into this and become very engaged with your breath. We're finding the partner that we have in our breath today. Maybe 1 or 2 more breaths. And the next time you exhale, on your inhale, pull your knees into your chest, and we'll start to rock gently from side to side, giving our lower backs, hips, shoulders, shoulder blades, and upper back a nice big massage. And when you're ready, maybe throw your legs into it a little bit. See if you can roll one knee away and then the other as you rock from side to side. And with that knee movement, you'll notice notice that your elbows are bending and your shoulders are moving a little bit. And then maybe we can reverse the direction of the little circles that you were maybe drawing with your knees. Just continue on. We're just trying to really get our bodies moving and feel that nice gentle massage in our backs. And we'll pause here, open the arms out to the sides with the palms turned up, and gently touch down, toe to the floor. Bring it up. Exhale, toe to the floor. Inhale, bring it up. This is pretty gentle. So if you want something a little bit more dynamic, we can take the legs up a little higher and make those little taps a little bigger. So you're exhaling as the foot comes down, and then inhaling as it rises back up. And certainly you're not going to be going any faster than me. And in fact, if you want to go slower than me, that's okay, but not faster. And let's hold it up now. Flex the feet, straighten the knees, and we'll just start to slide the feet forward and back. If your lower back is not comfortable with this, then please take your hands, palms flat and facing down under your bum, just to get your lower back a little bit more rounded into the floor. Remember to relax your neck and shoulders. And we'll hold here. On your next exhale, straddle your legs out wide. Inhale, pull the inside heels together. Exhale, out to the sides. Inhale together. So some of you will still have your arms extended out to the sides. Others might have their hands under the bum, palms down. Either way, just use those stomach muscles. Not so much your neck and shoulders, but your stomach muscles to draw those heels together. Here comes the last one. When it comes up to the top, hold, point the toes, and take those feet back to the floor. Lift your right leg up, big breath in. On your exhale, deeply cross it over the left leg. Sort of like when you sit, and some of you may sit with your leg crossed, sometimes on a chair. It's that kind of cross that we're looking for. And then lifting both knees up on your next inhale and dropping slightly to the left, holding it here. Take a couple of breaths here. Next inhale, lift those knees up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the floor. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And then we'll repeat with the other leg. So we're taking the left leg straight up, flex the foot. Exhale, do a deep crossing of the leg over the right. Inhale, draw both knees towards your chest. And exhale, tip slightly to your right. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Relax your neck and shoulders, trying to keep it in the belly. Inhale, lift straight up. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, leg down. Stay for another breath. Draw the knees towards the chest and then cross the ankles, one over top of the other. We're lifting as we breathe in, so when the head comes off the floor, the arms grab the tops of your feet. So we're going, if you can catch this move here in your
in your video device here and see what I'm doing with my legs. We're going to do that so that we can start to rock ourselves forward and back. And eventually we want to come to either sitting straight up, or if you can, take it all the way up and over onto your hands and knees. And then make sure you're centered on your mat. So we're starting with the spine nice and straight. Open your fingertips super wide and press every finger into your mat. So we're pushing the palms down away from you so that you really get a nice dynamic stretch through the arm. And then let's press the spine up. Drop the crown of the head, drop the tail. We're moving into this big cat stretch. And then the reverse of that is to drop the spine, look forward, tip the tailbone up into what we call a dog tilt. We often also call it cow pose. So we'll try and alternate a few dogs and cats here, or cats and cows, whichever version of that you prefer. We'll start with a flat table back. Inhale, and on the exhale, push the spine up to the cat stretch position. Exhale, dog tilt, look forward. Inhale, cat stretch. Exhale, dog tilt. Maybe two more on your own. And from dog tilt, we're going back to child's pose, pushing the bum into the heels, reaching the arms forward, digging your palms into the floor to get some leverage so you can push your hips back into your heels. Drop the head between your arms. Breathe. And let's rise back up to table. Take the right leg back, flex the toes to point down. Get a nice solid lift of that leg. And left arm forward, flip the thumbs to face up, and draw the shoulder back so that you don't pull the shoulder up into your earlobe. We're drawing the elbow and the knee together, rounding the back into one of those cat stretches, and drawing the nose toward the knee as well. So we've got a nice rounded back here. And then pushing back out to this two-legged table position. Exhale as you pull it in. Inhale as you stretch it out. Two more. Exhale. If this is tough for your balance, then you can always put your arm down and just do the leg. And if this is easy for you, consider closing your eyes when you do the other side especially. Pull your heel toward your bum. Sweep your arm back. See if you can perhaps touch your foot. Reach in that general direction. You might be able to grab the top of your foot and hold it here, pushing your foot into your left hand to feel a big stretch down the front of your hip, into the thigh, across the kneecap, into the shin and the foot. And then extend it back out. Lift the arm, lift the leg. Bring the hand down and turn yourself to face side with the right arm lifting up. Lift the leg, lift the arm, the palm is turning away, and you're looking up towards your thumbnail. Drop the foot on the floor, Reach the arm up and over the head and circle it all the way through. Inhale it back up. Exhale, circle it through. One more time, holding it up top. And we'll go in the other direction. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. One more super big circle. Hold it here. Rise up through the right leg. One more time, nice and high. Maybe close your eyes. Take your palm down. Take your right toes down. And stretch the left leg out. We're going into a plank. Hold here for 3 breaths. Listen for the sound of the air on your exhale. On your third exhale, push yourself back to downward dog. Walking the feet slightly forward and rolling the heels up and down. So we're doing a walking dog here. If it's too much, you can always go back to child's pose. Both heels down. Lift the heels up and hinge to plank. Take the knees down. Push back to child's pose. Relax. Stay here for a breath or two. Now, as we go into the other side, I'll remind you that if you want to really challenge your balance, close your eyes. And if your balance is a little bit, if it's difficult for you to hold the balance, you can always bring your leg or your arm down anytime. Okay, so let's go back to table. Extend the left leg back this time. Flex the foot so the toes point down and get a nice big lift to that leg. And now the right arm extends out and we're not overreaching. Pull it, the shoulder away from your ear. Thumbs pointing up. Hold it nice and high. Take a big breath. Exhale and pull the knee and the elbow together. Tuck the nose in, round the back. Inhale, stretch it back out. Exhale, pull it in, nice big tight little ball. Inhale, stretch it out to two-legged table. Remember to close your eyes if you want to challenge your balance. Last one. Extend it out. Bend your knee. Pull the heel towards your hip and swing that right arm around. And we're trying to grab the foot or reach towards the foot. Maybe you're just reaching in that direction. Lift your knee up. You're trying to get a good stretch there through the front of your leg. And then extend back out to two-legged table. Bring your right arm down and turn over to your side, lifting your left arm up. Hold it there. I'm just going to swivel around to face the other direction so it's a little easier for you to see. We're looking up to the left thumb. Lift that left leg nice and high. And overhead with the arm, pushing the foot down, lifting the hip high, and let's circle the arm. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling down. Another big, huge circle. And down. One more to go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, other way. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Bring the arm down. Lift it back up. And let's put the foot down. Tuck the toes under, arm down. We're moving into plank pose one more time. 3 breaths breaths here. Now, if this is too much, you can do it on your knees. Hold and breathe. Second breath. Press those fingers into the floor. Push the arms away. Third breath. Exhale back, downward dog. Push your head through your arms. Walk the feet in just slightly. And now we're opening the feet wider. So to help us from to keep us from slipping here, you do want your big toes on your mat or your towel. The rest of the foot can be off. Let's take it one step forward so we're in a wide plank. Lift your right knee up, touch your left elbow, and stretch it back. Wide downward dog. Hinge forward to plank. Breath in. Exhale, take your left knee to the right elbow. Stretch back. Breathe in, hinge forward. Right elbow to left knee one more time. Exhale. Inhale back. Other side. Exhale, tap. Inhale back. Hold your wide dog, or if you're tired, go back to child's pose. Your choice. Either way, start to walk your hands towards your legs. And eventually, over the next couple of breaths, you want to be able to bring yourself up to stand. All right, so hopefully we're ready to move on. Standing up, remember that if you haven't taken your shoes off, or your socks I should say, if they're still on, for sure they should be off now. All right, so I'm going to turn sideways for a moment and just bring you through our breathing sequence when we're standing. As the arms lift up, we're arching back just slightly, but we don't want our chest and our rib cage to pop forward. We're actually pulling the rib cage in a little bit, even though we're tipping. And then exhaling, look at how far back my arms are going on the exhale, bringing my hands to rest at heart center. We'll try again. Inhale, lift, tip back without jutting your rib cage out. Exhale, arms down. One more time, and remember, we want the arms to pull back, and then the arms to pull back again as they return down, and we come back to prayer position, standing in Tadasana mountain pose. Take another couple of breaths. Notice that my feet, if you can see them in the frame, are parallel. We're not standing with our feet this way. We're standing with our feet this way. Nice wide toes, solid legs. Lift up through your pelvic floor. Lift up through your belly. So we're going to now do our first half sun salutation, and from there move into full sun salutations, incorporating some kneeling and some standing postures and balances eventually. I'm just going to continue to move and flow quickly through the next 20-25 minutes or so of our practice. So get ready. I'll turn sideways again. Take a break whenever you need one. Inhale, rise up to extended mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, tip forward from the hips, come all the way down, hang out here. Forward fold. Inhale, stretch halfway up, push the hips back, flatten the back, straighten the elbows and knees, look slightly forward. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, flop forward. Inhale, roll to the top, leaning back. Exhale, palms to heart. And let's do that again a little bit more quickly. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold, soft knees. Inhale, stretch, look forward. Exhale, bend. Inhale, roll to the top. Exhale, palms to the center of the heart. Take an extra breath here. We're going to start adding in the legs now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway up. Release down. Take your right leg back first. I'm going to take my left leg back so you can see better. But you guys take your right leg back. Knee down. Notice how far my knee is behind me. It's not right under my hip. Inhale, roll up to crescent moon position. Exhale, hands to the floor. Push back, straighten out your front leg. Breathe in. Exhale, flex the toes, walk it back a little further. Inhale, come all the way forward, both hands to the inside. Bend those elbows. Hold that hip slightly open. And then slide your left leg back. Roll your belly all the way to the floor. Inhale, roll yourself partway up. Lift the legs. Lift the arms. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, roll up into a cobra position. And if you've had enough and you need a little break, you can go back to child's pose. Otherwise, tuck the toes, come to downward dog, step it in a little, and push back. Now take your left heel down and lift your right leg up, stepping it forward, and then back knee to the mat. Stretch the toes. Make sure that knee is as back as it can possibly be before you begin your rise up to crescent moon. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift, stretch it back. On your next exhale, pull the toes up. Inhale, bring it forward, both hands to the inside, bend those elbows a little. And then inhale as you slide that leg back, and exhale, hinging forward, rolling down. Inhale, rising up, lift your legs, lift your arms, hold for a breath. Next exhale, hands down, toes tucked. Inhale, roll up to cobra and then back to downward dog, stepping it in a little bit. And of course you can do child's pose instead. Hold here for a breath or two. Push your right heel down, lift your left leg up, step it forward. Second leg in, roll yourself to the top. Lean back a little. Exhale, palms to the heart. Breathe. All right, I'm going to switch sides so that I'm starting on this side for this one. You're still facing me. All right, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Soft knees. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, come down, hands to floor. Left leg back first. Knee down. Stretch the toes. Inhale, arms up. Hold. Lean forward, sweep the arms back. Resting on your right thigh, you're pushing those arms back. Resting on your front thigh. Breathe. Okay, hands down. Slide the leg back. Hinge forward, breathe in. Exhale, roll all the way down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. All the way up. All the way back, downward dog, step in a little. Hold here for an extra breath or two. Now, you want your other leg in front, and I'm kind of feeling like it's the right leg stepping forward for me. Not sure if it is for you or not. Sorry about that. And then roll up. Just make sure your other knee is in front for this one. Exhale, tip forward. Reaching those arms back. Feeling the engagement of the muscles in the upper back. Hands down. Slide the foot back. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, rolling down one more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tuck the toes. Inhale, roll up and back. Step the feet in. Hold and breathe. Right heel down, left leg up. Step forward. Second foot in. Roll to the top. Lean back on your lift. Exhale. Palms to your heart. Breathe. Arms down. We're going to break for a few little balance postures, and then we'll go back for some more sun salutations. So right leg supporting, the left leg is going to lift up. Flex your foot, come forward. Now pull your belly in. Heel back. Spin that knee off to the side. Stretch it out. Pull it in. Cross it over. Palms to the chest. Push your bum back. Whoops. Bum back. And hold. So if you're not a great balancer, you can always use a wall, right? So that you've got that wall there to use if you need. And I turn sideways a bit because I wanted you to see how my bum is sticking behind me. I'm not leaning into it this way. I'm pushing back. Okay. Rise up. Arms overhead. Exhale down. Leg number 2. Supporting through the left leg. The right leg is the lifter this time. Here we go. Up. Exhale, flex it out. Bring it in. Stretch it out to the second side. Cross it over. Sit back. Feet down. Inhale, roll up.
Exhale, palms to your heart. All right, turning sideways for this one. Lifting up through your left knee, and then push it back. Palms turning up. Hold for warrior three. Toes flex down. The height of the leg doesn't matter. You can have your leg just slightly lifting off the floor here. It can be as high as you want it to be. Don't overlift through your left hip. Bring the foot down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open and step forward. Stand tall and breathe. Release, arms travel back as the leg lifts to the back. This is leg 2 now. Flex the toes down. We're not overlifting through that right hip. Keep it down. Step it back. Inhale, arms overhead in a high lunge. And then sweep the arms down, step it in. Bring the palms to rest at heart center. Breathe. Let me face you for a moment. Okay, I'm turning this way. You can stay facing forward, please. All right, here we go. Inhale, arms up. We're doing another sun salutation, so let's hinge forward. Halfway up, stretch. Release down on your exhale. Step your right leg back. Roll yourself up. High lunge again. And this time, bend the back knee. Swivel that heel back just ever so slightly and let it rest to the floor. Arms stay up. Bring your palms together. And then bring your hands to rest at the knee. So the back leg all this time is pretty straight. The front leg is bent. All right, from here, hands down. See if you can stretch out that front leg. Push your nose towards your knee. On your next exhale, bend that front knee. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank. Knees down. Stretch the toes. Bend your elbows halfway. Drop the hips. Stretch the arms, look forward. Soften your bum. Tuck the toes and downward dog. Step in. Push your hips back. Press the left heel down. Lift your right leg up. And then draw your right knee into the chest, hinging into a plank. And kick your foot forward. Drop it down. Roll yourself all the way up to the top. Hold here in this high lunge pose. And just briefly, we're going to bend that back knee. And then swivel the heel in just a tiny bit and place it back down. And that leg is pretty much straight now for the balance of this. Palms together. Make sure that your hip, your left hip, swivels forward so your hips are even with the front of your mat. On your next exhale, hands down to the kneecap. Drop your hands. Inhale, stretch that front leg. Bring the knee and the nose together. Stay for a breath. Bend the knee.
Take the hands down, knee to the floor, step back, halfway down, drop the hips and lift the chest, tuck the toes, downward dog, step in, hold and breathe. Right heel down, left leg up. Draw the knee towards the chest, hinging to plank. Kick it through. Second foot in. Release and roll to the top. Leaning back on your lift. Exhale, palms to the heart. Breathe through it. Stay for another breath or so. I'm turning. So for this last one, the pivot of our back foot is going to be a little bit more extreme, so that instead of our hips facing to the front of our mat, we're turning so that the body is pretty much going to be side facing, even though your eyes are going to look over top of your right fingertips or your front fingertips. Okay, so we're standing at the top of our mat, inhaling, up, exhaling, swan dive forward, soft knees, halfway up, breathe in, exhale, hands down, left leg back, rise up to warrior two. So I know you can't really see my feet that well in this, but for this one, we do have a clear angle to that back foot. So instead of the 2 feet being parallel, we're opening the foot up. So if you think of your right foot, your front foot, facing 12 o'clock on a clock, you'd want to think about your left foot facing 10 o'clock. Okay? Open the arms, look over top of your fingertips on your right hand. Inhale, drop the left arm, lift the right arm up. And as you exhale, bring the arm down, push the left hip back, and drop the right arm all the way down. Left arm up, both your knees are straight. So you want your left arm straight up, 12 o'clock, right arm straight down, 6 o'clock. And then inhale, lift back up, bend your right knee, bring both hands down to either side of your right foot, step back into plank, and this time we're going to try and stay in a full plank if you can. If not, knees down is just fine. From here, on your exhale, come halfway down. And then inhale, drop the hips and lift the chest, eyes gaze forward, exhale back, down dog, step the feet in a little bit, push the spine back, hold for another breath, palms nice and flat, elbows and knees straight, right heel pushing into the mat, left leg up. Take a giant swing step to the left wrist. Rise up. Pivot your right foot now so that it's facing towards 2 o'clock. Arms out. Watch that your front knee doesn't droop inward. You want to push it slightly outward. Palms are down. Now as you inhale, drop the right arm, lift the left arm up, reverse warrior pose. Stay for a breath. And on your next inhale, lift the arm, stretch the legs, pop your right hip back, open the arms, drop the left arm to 6 o'clock, the right arm up to 12. Look up to the right thumb. Inhale, lift back to warrior two. Both hands to either side of the left foot. Step back into plank. Your knees can be up or down. On your next exhale, halfway down. Inhale, tip up to upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, hold. Step in a wee bit. And we're dropping the knees, pushing the hips back, and swinging the hips out, side to side. Okay, and we'll just stay there, breathe. While you are relaxing in that little moving, swaying child's pose, I'm going to spin my mat around to face you for the next little bit. And now let's come up and sit cross-leg facing me. I'm going to move back a wee bit to get as much into the frame as I can. Okay, so typically we would, often sit like this if we were in this position, but we want to sit up tall and engage those core muscles in a big way, dropping the shoulders down. Take your right hand to your left kneecap and swing the left arm back and look over your shoulder. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Every time you exhale, try and get a little bit more twist. Okay, sway back into the front, and we're going around to the second side. Palm back. Now twist your chin over your shoulder, your right shoulder, and as you exhale each time, get a little bit more twist in your back. Come on back to face front. Open the legs up nice and wide. So again, I'm not sure if I'm completely in the frame. It's awfully hard to get these little telephone cameras to do what you want them to do. Okay, from here we're just dropping down. And with each breath, I'm going to see if I can work myself a wee bit lower. So for the highly flexible, you may be able to get your chest almost all the way down after a few breaths. But for those who struggle more with this, you might find yourself hunching into it this way. And if that's the case, try and push everything forward. Drop your shoulders back a little. And maybe if you have to, draw your legs a little bit closer together. You don't have to be in this wide straddle position if you're struggling with it. So we'll stay for another 2 or 3 breaths here. Walk it back. Take your right leg in first. Flex your foot. And now the other leg comes up and over. And we're going to try and put it right up on top here if we can. You might not be able to do that. You may have to put your foot down here, and that's okay. If you can leave it up, go for it. And then we're holding on to the kneecaps, sitting up tall, exhaling forward so that you get this deep hinge forward, but you're gonna really feel that around your left hip. Another 2 or 3 breaths here. Roll up. We will let's grab the big toe. So you're going to take your middle and index finger and hook it around your big toe, holding on to your kneecap with your right hand, right kneecap. We'll stretch the leg out to the side. Now some of you may get here and that's it, and that's okay. And some of you may be able to extend it out more. You may feel that you need to grab your ankle instead because maybe holding on to your big toe is too far a reach. Just do what you can. If you are able to get that all the way out to the side, then try and lift it up a little bit and think about bending this left elbow a wee bit to see if you can extend it just a touch. And we'll take it down and switch the legs over. So left leg tucks under, right leg lifts up, and we're putting it on top. And it may not be the same on this side. You may have a bigger struggle or less of a struggle on this side. It's not always going to be the same. You're holding on to your kneecaps, and again, instead of hunching, inhale, sit up tall and proud. Exhale, now tip forward and feel that big stretch through your right hip. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Roll up, take your middle and index finger and your right hand, grab your right big toe, extend it out to the side. If you need to grab the ankle, you can. This is fine. If you can go all the way, go for it. If you can go all the way, maybe open a little wider and think about bending that right elbow a wee bit to pull the whole thing in towards you a bit more. All right, foot down. Legs forward. Okay, I'm going to turn slightly sideways because I want you to see my back a bit. So we're inhaling up and tipping forward for the feet. And again, we're going to shoot towards those big toes. The thing that we often do wrong here, if you look at my back from the side for a second, is we often do this. We roll back and reach, and then we think, oh, grab my toes, forget it, no way. So instead you want to think about inhaling up and then hinging from your hips, so you have way more length in the upper body and your hands will probably go a whole lot further forward. So let's give it a try together and see how we do. Inhale up, hinging forward from the hips, all the way down, reaching forward towards the feet. Let your shoulders relax down. Look forward. Look at the space between your feet. Stay for a couple of extra breaths. And then roll up. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. And we're rolling back little by little. I'm facing sideways, so I'm going to turn to face. I actually move up a little bit here. We're rolling down, down, down. Notice how I haven't come smashing into the floor. And we're going to try that too. If you need to bring your elbows down, go ahead. Otherwise, trying to roll down with as much ease as possible. Stay here and breathe. Now I'm crisscrossed on my mat right now because I switched directions again, but you guys should be laying lengthwise on your mat, facing me. And we're going to slide the heels in towards the bum. Your heels should be on your mat, unlike mine. Palms down. Inhale, roll those hips up. And draw the inner thighs, inner knees together. If you feel like you need to slide your heels back a little bit so that they're underneath your bum, you can. And just stay here and hold. Or if you want to go to the next level, you can lift one shoulder, tuck under, do the same thing with the other side. wiggle your shoulder blades together, interlace your hands, and push your knuckles towards your heels. Relax and breathe here. Hips up nice and high. Let go, roll down. Knees into the chest. Rise up through the heels. Palms can come down or hold up in dead bug position. We want to watch that the shoulders don't do this. You want them to be relaxed into the floor. All right. Stay here and breathe. If this is too much, then you can always take even one foot down and try and straighten the other leg. So right now, my foot is too far forward. I want to keep it straight up and down. So it's not releasing towards the away from you. And it's not pulling too close to you so that you lift your bum up off the floor. You really want that leg straight up and down, directly over top of your hip. And if you've still got two legs up, well, that same thing. If you've got one leg up, let's switch now. Eyes closed, relax. Arms down by your sides, palms flat, knees bend, toes point. Next exhale, feet fall to the floor. And let's press the soles of the feet together and open those knees out to the sides in butterfly or cobbler position. So let me just review that again. The hips are wide open, the knees are pointing straight out to the sides, the knees are bent, and the soles of the feet are pressing together. Because I know it's kind of tough to see what I'm doing sometimes. Let's inhale the arms up and over the head, reach them long. And then interlace the hands over the head, lift the head up, tuck your hands under, and roll yourself up into a nice tight little ball. And to finish up, we're drawing the elbows and the knees together into that tight little ball. And on your exhale, opening the knees back out, elbows out, head down, legs down. Let's inhale and pull ourselves up into a tight little ball again. Exhale, come down. Two more. Inhale, lift up. Inhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Slide your legs out straight. Bring your arms down by your sides with your palms turned up. Stay here and breathe it out. Now, if you're feeling a wee bit chilly or you think you might be over the next few minutes, you can always have a blanket close by or a pair of socks if you want to put socks on your feet. You can even have a pillow to place under your head, because the key component to this next few minutes is quiet, silent stillness. And if you're not comfortable, you tend to fidget. So find a way to get comfortable. And I'm going to move out of the frame so that I can talk you through this without you feeling the need to look at me, because I won't be there. So we're laying back down on the floor. Palms turned up just like they were in opening Shavasana. Nice extended breaths. They don't have to be huge breaths, but they're calm, good, deep breaths. And feel yourself melting into your mat, into the floor with each exhale. Think of yourself maybe as a stick of butter that you've pulled out of the fridge. And now you're sitting as the stick of butter sitting on the kitchen counter for a while. And what happens? It starts to get softer as it gets warmer, but it also starts to almost melt a little bit into the butter dish, which is why the butter dish is always dirty at the end, right? It's always a bit greasy at the end because the butter is kind of melding a little bit into the dish. And that's what you want to be doing on your mat right now. So with each exhale, just get a little bit more comfy on your mat. Meld into it more. Become one with your mat. Keep your mind on your breath. Inhales and exhales, Trying to keep the inhales and the exhales as rhythmic as we can. Maybe we'll add some color today. So I want you to think of pale, calming colors, maybe a nice, calm pink color and a nice, soft blue. And every time you inhale, you see the pink. And as you exhale, you see the blue. And maybe somewhere in the middle, you're seeing a nice, light purple color. So you see those nice soft changes in colors. The breath is very steady. The color change is very even. Stay with me for another couple of minutes. I won't talk you through this next part. I want you to have some nice quiet time so you can just focus on your internal thoughts. Our time is up, so I'm going to let you go now. But you are welcome to stay in this position and just relax, breathe, and meditate for as long as you want. Try and stay as relaxed and calm as you can through these difficult times. And remember to focus on your steady, even breath in and out through your nose as much as possible. Namaste. See you soon.